Good day everyone. This may look interesting, but I was just doing an experiment here on this white coating they put on the Minelab detector boards. What I've done is I have got some methylated spirits, tip some of the methylated spirits into a little tin. It's actually off my coffee roasting machine, but it'll serve to do this. Got a bit of a brush. I've chopped the bristles down to make it a bit stiffer. I've also heated this up on this stove top here, which is just a radiant heat generating type. No open flame. If I had open flame, we'd have a big fire. So I'm a bit careful. I've got it on the sitting on just over low, but it will boil if I push down on this. Don't know if you'll see it. It will. There you go. It's actually starting to spit and bubble and carry on, so I don't really want it that hot. Put it back on low. But what I found, this isn't probably the best brush to use, but heating the methylated spirits up and soaking the board, it starts removing the dreaded white paint. I should be using two hands on this, everything's starting to move. But with a bit of perseverance, the paint starts coming off. It's not actually paint, I think it's epoxy. But as you can see in the tray there, there's all this coating that's slowly disintegrating. I think a nylon type of rotational wheel on a Dremel tool would do this better, but I haven't got one of those. I've got this brush. So yeah, if you ever want to do repair work on these and you want to track out where tracks go and what goes where, this is probably the best way to do it. This is a scrappy old board I was using the other day. It is actually destroyed because it had a high impact. Yeah, but it seems to be a way to do it. If you want to work on small sections, it'd be all right using this technique, but to do the whole board, I think it'd take a while. Yeah, I'll get right in there. I'm giving it a good hard scrub. I need two hands, but I'm holding the iPhone. But yeah, you can see the paint come off, or the epoxy or whatever it is. I don't think it's I don't think it'll damage anything. The only thing it possibly could damage, but I doubt it, is possibly the lacquer on these. Well, that's the inductor, and that is a transformer, and it may do, but I'll have to check that out. Yeah, this coating, yeah, it starts coming off. So methylated spirit seems to be the way to go. I know of people that have used methylene chloride, which is normal paint stripper. Do not do that. It'll never work again. What happens is the methylene chloride gets in all the legs of everything, under all the ICs, and it starts eating into the copper legs of all the components, and it makes a conductive green slime that settles under everything, and it basically shorts the whole board out. You cannot remove it. the only way to fix it would, you'd have to take every part off the board, clean the board, put it back on, and that's just crazy. So don't use methylene chloride or any of those gel type paint strippers. You know, methylated spirits is good because, you know, after you do it, you could just rinse the whole board in hot water. I put it in the oven, an electric oven, fan forced, at 75 to 100 degrees. Leave it there for about 15-20 minutes, and all the water's gone after that. And yeah, done that many a times. Put it back together, power it up, works perfect. So yeah, methylated spirits in itself is conductive. So, you know, don't ever fire up a board that's soaked in methylated spirits either. It could cause problems. But if you wash it in hot water, preferably demineralized water, but I just use tap water, and as long as you dry it absolutely perfectly, there is not a problem. So, you know, the drying part is probably the most important. So you've got no conductive liquids in there at all. There you go, look at that, it's coming off really nice. Oops, get the camera on it, there you go. We're going around that IC there. I think that's what, I think this thing uses Hitachi chipset, or Hitachi, or is it Renensis? I think they've changed their name, not sure. But yeah, this is how you do it. Well, it's the best way I found. I actually tried sandblasting these boards many years ago. I use rice. If you use anything harder, it'll start you know, taking off the solder resist, and you know, it may eat away the fine tracks. So yeah, anyway, there you go. Bit of methylated spirits. Cold metho won't work. You can soak it in for hours and hours, but heat it up. Look, I've got this on. I'll just heat it up a little bit more. You got to remember too, this stuff evaporates, and don't breathe the fumes in. I usually have the fan on here, but you know what happens if I got the fan on? Like, you won't be able to hear me talk properly. So that's the extractor fan. Normally I would have that on. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know how many of you guys like mucking around with the detectors and doing your own repairs on them and modifying them and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, if you want to paint off, obviously this is the way to go. Anyway, catch us.